There are four types of mobile device deployment policies. The first is Bring Your Own Device (BYOD), which allows employees like Sally to bring their own personal mobile devices to work and use these to connect to business resources and/or the internet through the company network. Although BYOD may improve employee morale and job satisfaction, it increases the risk to the business, especially if the BYOD policy is open ended and any device may be allowed to connect to the company network. Remember, not all mobile devices have sufficient security features, nor may the user enable such. Therefore, allowing non compliant devices onto the company network can be risky. Generally, though, most companies offer some form of company portal, which acts as an MDM, a mobile device management solution. If implemented correctly, the user, aka Sally, would have to enroll and install and set various settings and requirements before she can use her personal device to access company resources. This company portal or MDM can also enforce SSO, single sign-on, meaning Sally must authenticate with either the portal or directly with an application using her Microsoft Active Directory login. Still, because this is Sally's personal mobile device, she still has access to all her other personal applications and activities, which can often blur the line and intermingle various data between personal and business. Thus, at a bare minimum, a company should ensure that a company portal is enforced and mandated to be used and installed before any employee can access company resources through a bring your own device policy. Of course, there is a degree of trust that an employee will not abuse their privileges by having company resources installed and/or available for access via their personal mobile device. This is where a company's mobile device deployment policy and/or AUP acceptable use policy ensures the employee Sally follows the company's rules when accessing company data through her personal mobile device. Overall, BYOD is the least secure option of mobile deployment, given company data is on Sally's personally owned mobile device, and Sally's personal activities on that same device may expose the company's network to potential malicious code spreading across the device, not to mention the potential exposure of company personal identifiable information or company data that could be leaked from the same device. This leads us to our second type of mobile device deployment policy, corporate owned personally enabled COPE, which is where the company purchases the mobile device and provides them to the employees, aka Sally, hence the corporate owned. However, the company allows the employee, Sally, to personally enable, aka customize the device for both work activities and personal activities. The difference from BYOD is that COPE allows the company to select exactly which devices are allowed on the organization's network. Specifically, only those devices that can be configured into compliance with the security policy, in turn reducing the mobile devices to those pre-selected by the company and that have the minimum security capabilities mandated by the company security policy, in addition to the settings in the company portal. Overall, the COPE reduces the risk of exposing company data through user error, exposing the company to malware via the device, which also puts the company's data and other employee PII at risk of being accessed or leaked by or to unauthorized or malicious third parties. The third type of deployment is known as Choose Your Own Device (CYOD), which can be implemented using either a COPE variant or a BYOD variant, which we have already just discussed. The concept of CYOD is an interesting one with a bit of a grey area. You see, the employee, Sally, has a choice of which device to implement, and then either the company can purchase that device for Sally, a COPE variant, or Sally can purchase that approved device, a BYOD variant. Of course, if Sally purchases the device, this creates a cost saving for the company, whilst ensuring Sally purchases a device that will be compatible and secure with their company policy. However, this cost saving is overridden by a more complex and challenging situation created. For example, how will the company handle a situation where the employee, Sally, purchases a device at considerable cost that was not on the pre approved list? Would the company reimburse Sally? Or would the company provide Sally funds to replace or purchase a new compatible device? Ultimately, when an employee pays out of their pocket or chooses not to pay out of their pocket, there will always be an issue around ownership and money. Furthermore, the COPE has the same issues as BYOD in that there is a potential for malware transfer and the commingling of business and personal data, leading to our final deployment method, which is the most secure, known as Corporate Owned Mobile Strategy, COMS, also known as Corporate Owned Business Only, which is where the company purchases the mobile devices that can support the security compliance and the security policy. The key here is that the devices are to be used exclusively for company purposes, and users should not perform any personal tasks on these devices, meaning Sally needs to carry her personal phone to do personal activities and uses the company provided business phone to do business activities. This actually protects both parties, Sally and the company. You see, whilst it may be a hassle for Sally to carry a second device for personal activities, that inconvenience is well worth the security benefits for both parties. So let's recap the four mobile device deployment policies. The first is the least secure, being Bring Your Own Device, BYOD, where Sally, the employee, uses her own personal device as both a personal and work device. The other three types of policy are all company owned related. Hence, an easy revision tip is remember they all begin with C, being COPE, CYOD, and COMS, COBO. And a bonus tip to remember BYOD is it entices Sally to dilly-dally during work time. Now that was a lot of information, so I would recommend rewatching or rewinding this video to ensure you fully understood all four mobile deployment policy methods. And before we end this video, I want to just clarify a potential misconception that may occur and can often cause confusion even in the industry itself. It is always important to clarify or understand the context when the word mobile device is used, as mobile in some countries can mean a handheld phone or telephone. Generally, though, it refers to a mobile, aka remote device, which can be a multitude of devices. Nonetheless, whilst this video example focused on a handheld mobile phone, the same principle can be applied to any type of mobile, aka remote device. In addition, I wanted to clarify another important point. Ever since the global pandemic of COVID 19, which affected the way businesses operate across the world, especially since the 2020 lockdowns, which meant a lot of employees worked from home, WFH, rather than attending physical offices. This trend is still largely continuing today, however, may change in the near future. For this reason, the mobile device deployment policy remains important as ever. Thank you for watching today's video. I hope you enjoyed the content as much as I enjoyed creating it. It would be super fantastic if you could leave a like and subscribe to this channel, as this helps the YouTube algorithm and the channel grow, which in turn helps me to know that you are enjoying the content I am creating. I also have many more videos already created and will post these over the coming weeks, so please be sure to subscribe to ensure you do not miss out.